All right, story time. So we're going to small bore rally here in a few weeks. I thought it would be a great idea to put a 186 big bore kit in my monkey. DHM sells a full kit. Everything came great. I was excited, real excited. Before we get this going, though, this is just me being humble and showing one of my stupid mistakes. And anyways, kit came in. I was headed into work. It's my last night shift. Came home. Just couldn't wait. Couldn't get a nap. Just had to build it. Had to build it. So everything goes together smooth. I was pretty excited. Bike fires up first lick. Break it into what I thought was good. Heat cycles, no wide open pulls. Change the oil like more than what I should have. Everything's going great. My buddy Tyler, he shows up yesterday, and I was like, "Hey man," I said, "let's go for a decent ride. Make sure everything's good on this bike. When we get back, I'll change the oil in it." We had a couple things to do to his. His is a monster, by the way. Anyways, so we make it literally halfway on our ride. This thing loses power. Smoke's coming out of the breather, which I have the vented time and chain cam cover, and then I have the regular crankcase breather too. So shut it off, and the oil was coming around the what I would call the jug and the head. I was like, man, that's weird. That's just really weird. So we push it up. I call the wife, have her come get me. Of course, she's making fun of me. And get to the gas station. I push it up to the gas station, and I just hold the thing wide open, and it fires up, but it wouldn't idle. But man, she ran strong. Man, this is just something ain't adding up. So we get it back. She hauls me home. Get it back. Check the valves. Thought maybe one of them come out of adjustment. Just maybe. Everything's good. Time and chain looks great. There is metal shavings in the oil. We drain the oil. Nothing looks bad. Bike had compression. I didn't put a compression tester on it. I did stick like a pick down in the thing. Couldn't feel no hole in the piston. Thought maybe it ran lean or something, burn a hole in the piston. Nothing great. And when it did start, it wouldn't smoke out the exhaust. That was the kicker. So I told Tyler, I was like, screw it, let's pull the head, see what we got. And this is where it gets interesting. I pull the head off. I looked at Tyler and said, hey, buddy, I didn't put a head gasket on this thing. So, bike was put together without a head gasket put on it. And let's see, where did I do it? Oh, it's over here. It finally, I guess my thinking is it sucked air in and melted the piston right here. I guess the air come in, probably melted it. I mean, the thing ran great. Like, it ran really good till it didn't. That's the only thing I could think. Surprising part is, after all that, the bore, the cylinder wall, didn't even get scarred up. Let's see if I can put a light on it. There was a little bit of aluminum off the piston on it, like melted. But I took a straight edge razor, and it literally came right off. You can see it, that little spot right there. Barely can see it right there. Right here's where it's at. So the cylinder's still good. So I've got another monkey, that's the wife's. So all I gotta do is get a piston and stuff and throw in it. Head didn't get tore up. Time and chain still good. I'm clueless on it, man. I don't know how the bike ran as good as it did without a head gasket. Like, I'm to the point now, I'm pretty sure I could have threw some red RTV on it, torqued it down, called it good. I will try the video, maybe us putting it back together, because I forgot the video once again of us putting the kit together. But so hopefully I paid a little extra to get it expedited here, so I can get it in and try to get some break-in period on before we go to small bore rally. But I mean, I put racks on it. I put a rear rack on it for the. I'm gonna try to put my 360 camera back there when we ride. Put pegs, shifter, tank bag. Got me a little fuel bottle. This little breather, I got it pretty set up cool. That comes off and tees. So your cam sets here, and then crankcase comes in, and I've got all one into here, so that's all tucked in. I do want to get rid of the ABS. I've got an old Grom clone front end sitting right over there, and I think I'm going to see if that brake line will fit on it and do away with the ABS. But I'm going to do that after small bore. We just got to get the thing running for small bore rally. Garage is a mess. I can't believe I did that. Literally just blows my mind that the thing ran. So I'm sure all my work friends are going to have fun with this video, and you know, I'll be hearing it on the radio and everything else. I did call one of our maintenance guys that races flat track on a 140. It runs good. Called him. He's like, maybe he lost a wrist pin. Just give me a bunch of scenarios before I pulled the head. I called him back. I was like, nope, I'm just an idiot. Said, no more night shift projects. But this is how our small bore rally's starting out. And Tyler's going with me. I don't know if I told you all that. Tyler's going to go with me and be his first time, my first time at the rally. His first big ride on a small bike. Hopefully the wife will get a little bit more comfortable on hers. And we're going to try to make one more this year with her. Get her into it. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. And I'm sure y'all see, hopefully we're going to try to start doing this more, and you'll see some of our friends that we talk about on here, you know. I think Tyler's going to be a regular. Me and him work together in the cranes. Kind of do some crazy crap together. So he'll probably be a regular. And then, of course, Miss Elizabeth, she'll be a regular more. And I think Father Bobber, he's going to go on a ride with us. And so is Inherently Dangerous Motor Vlog. If y'all made it this far in the video, we're going to try to have a small bore ride here in Glencoe, Kentucky as well. Don't know the full details on it yet. We're going to shoot for next year. The guy that owns the property we're going to use is having a baby and a couple more things going on for him this year. So we're going to make a date for next year. Me and him's going to sit down and go over it. We're going to start trying to talk to a few people, get the word out, and then set everything in stone. It'll be northern Kentucky, southern Indiana, big loop. Hopefully like a Friday, Saturday event, maybe Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I don't know. I don't know the full details on it yet, but it'll be in Glencoe, Kentucky, Glencoe, Kentucky. We'll have a very nice campground. Don't know how many full hookups there are. There's a lot of full hookups, and then just however many tents we can fit, which is a lot. It's right on the creek. We don't know if we're going to have any off-road trails. I doubt it, but there might be a small little loop we do. Like I said, don't know the full details. We got to look more into that. But there is fishing. There's kayaking. Nice bike rides around here. So I wanted to keep this under 10 minutes. So appreciate y'all, and hopefully we'll have this thing going before small bore rally. Thank you.